All right, y'all. I'm just going to give some thoughts on the upcoming AFC Championship game, Chiefs versus Bengals at Arrowhead. But first, how about those? All right, y'all. I have a feeling this game is going to be a banger. I don't know if it's going to top last week's game against the Bills, but I have a good feeling about it. I'm actually going to be at the game. So when I record videos the next morning and update y'all, please pray that I have a voice left to be able to do these videos. So here we go. Here's some thoughts. I took some notes, looked up some stats, and then want to give some thoughts. So definitely think it's going to be a banger. I do have a feeling it's going to be a shootout, possibly a high-scoring game into the 30s for both teams. I'm biased, of course, but I'm going to pick the Chiefs to win 38-31. I'm picking them to win by 7 points. Honestly, it could go either way. We know that, but I am picking the Kansas City Chiefs. So some keys that I think the Chiefs need to do, in my non-professional opinion. We need to continue to play efficiently, minimize turnovers, I would love to see a solid run game established and or a quick passing game. So hopefully we can open up some mid to long range passes. On the other side of the ball, Burrow has been known for getting pressured and sacked. I would love to see our line get to him as often as possible. Maybe Shark, Clark, Reed, Jones, Wharton. I don't care who it is. Ingram, obviously, one of those guys. All of them at the same time. Don't matter. Let's get pressure on Burrow. I would love to see Jamar Chase doubled in some capacity, even though he is not their only weapon. But we all know he absolutely scorched us last game. If we can do all of that, I do like our chances of winning this one. I do not see the Bengals as big of a threat as the Bills, considering the Bills had a top defense and Josh Allen. Obviously, Joe Burrow is a great quarterback as well, but I don't fear the Bengals as much as I fear the Bills. Obviously, we need to take them very seriously. It could be anybody's game, so that's no respect to the Bengals whatsoever. So yeah, obviously Chase is not the only weapon in this game. He does, for the season, have 81 receptions for 1,455 yards, but they also have T. Higgins. He's got 74 receptions for 1,091 yards, and Tyler Boyd has 67 receptions for 828 yards. So these guys are definitely dangerous. I want to give also some stats from last game just to kind of recap week 17. Bengals did beat the Chiefs in a last-minute field goal back in week 17. Chiefs had more than 400 yards of offense and scored a TD on the first 4 of their 5 possessions, but we didn't really capitalize a ton after those possessions, and we were only 6 for 11 on third down conversions, so we really need to have a much higher conversion rate than that for this game. Chiefs had double the penalties that the Bengals had. It looks like 10 penalties for 83 yards. The Bengals had 5 for about 40 yards. We did sack Burrow 4 times in the first matchup, but Burrow still did some major damage on offense. He went 30 for 39, 4 TDs, 3 of them being to Jamar Chase, who had a monster of a game. He racked up 266 receiving yards for an average of 24.2 yards per catch. Absolutely wild. And here's some other stats for y'all regarding both teams in the postseason. Chiefs have scored TDs on 11 of their last 18 drives. Mahomes has had back-to-back games with 300-plus yards and 3 TDs with a completion rate of 75%, at least 75% in both playoff games this year. Only Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Kurt Warner have done this twice in their entire careers, while Mahomes has done this in back-to-back games. Insanity. Bengals have forced 5 turnovers over their past 2 postseason games. Burrow led the NFL, I believe, in the regular season with completion percentage. Against Tennessee, He threw for almost 350 yards, but was also sacked a record tying 9 times. The Bengals are actually the first team to ever win a playoff game after being sacked 8 or more times. Get this, the last team to ever win a playoff game with a ton of sacks, which would be 8 to be exact, was Donovan McNabb in the 2003 divisional playoffs. So that is pretty crazy. Who do y'all pick to win? What do you think the score is going to be? Let me know down in the comments. If you like content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get out videos to y'all as often as possible, almost every single day. So hey, let's go. How about those